Hello there, it's me, RJB, and this is going to be a very short video for you because I saw this replay, so in a sense, I already know what's going to come, but I was honestly impressed by what you are going to witness. I won't spoil what's going to happen, but I was honestly impressed with this specific build order that we are going to witness, which I wanted to highlight to you because it's something rather unique and it's a beauty to behold on a micro level, on a multitasking level, and on a build order level. Like, just all around, it is a beautiful strategy. And the two subjects, or well, the two main actors on the stage this time around is Voss. We've seen him very often. That is mostly because he's one of the players who sent me his autosaves. And, well, there aren't that many players who send autosaves. So I kind of am limited in which players I can display on the channel. Anyway, we've got Voss, also known as JH, to a lot of players, multiple time Starcraft World 1 vs 1 season winner. And his opponent is llllllMlllll, who I honestly suspect is Gold SCV / llllllG, but I might be entirely wrong. And I probably am entirely wrong. I just noticed that when I was scanning the replay, his APM and EAPM somewhat matched llllLG, APM and EAPM. But then again, there's like 5 or 6 players who fall within that same category of very high EAPM, regardless of what the APM is at. So yeah, to the actual game itself. Barracks, Depot, Barracks, Barracks, Depot, Gas. That's the order that JH went for, in that specific order. And it kind of comes down to whenever you have the minerals to build something, you build it. But you build it in that specific order. There's no academy on the way just yet. Whereas barcode M, barcode, I'm just going to call him barcode. Should I call him M? I'm going to call him M. Might be a little bit difficult. It's difficult when you don't really know who it is. Barcode doesn't really flow off the tongue all that well. Anyway, he went for 2 gateways, pilot in the front, the gas, and then a cybernetics core and another gas. And he's doing that classic 2 gateway zealot harass. But it's not really catching on at the moment. Voss is holding this without much effort because he simply has more marines than those zealots can fight into. Plus, Voss knows that there's a very early gas out for barcode M, so he's already starting that bunker there in the front because he saw and scouted the cybernetics core. I'm not sure if he saw the Dragoon range being warped in, but I can confirm he saw the cybernetics core itself and the gas, but no +1 nexus. So it's very safe to assume Dragoons are on the way, so that's why he's making that bunker there in the front, because he needs Dragoons, he needs bunkers to fight against Dragoons. The academy is a little bit late. He's going to research Marine Shell range first, because he wants to fight against those Dragoons, which have Singularity Charge on the way, and he needs the Marine range to offset the Dragoon range, because the bunker gives 1 extra range to Marines, which then almost equals the range on the Dragoons, or I think it even equals the range on Dragoons, because the bunker adds 1 range, as I've already mentioned before. And he needs a combination, because otherwise he's just going to get run over by Dragoons. But until the Marine range finishes, he's going to have to repair the bunkers against that Dragoon damage, and more Dragoons are on the way here for barcode M. Dragoon range almost finished up. He's got a robotic facility on the way as well. He's got 2 robotics facilities on the way. He's doing all this on a single Nexus build order. Voss, on the other hand, has not yet felt safe enough to add on a +1 command center because he knows he needs that factory first, because he has to fight off those Dragoons with siege mode, and he needs the early factory for that. But there comes the +1 command center, knowing that he now has enough minerals to spend safely without compromising his defenses or his chances of survival. On the other hand, he does not know that this is on the way. So in a sense, Voss is thinking, I'm sure he's thinking that he's completely safe, given that he held off the Dragoon range attack on the front. So he's just... I think he's kind of playing under the assumption that he's completely fine and not in immediate danger of anything. Because these two robotic facilities are way earlier than you would usually see them. But a small giveaway that Voss might have caught on to is the fact that there have been no more Dragoons being added on at the rate at which they would normally be added on. Because usually he'd have about 12, but he's on 9 at the moment. And he's adding on another wave of Zealots. He's also adding on a Citadel of the Dune, so he's going to get that Zealot lag speed to just make a very diverse composition of units to attack through the front. Voss also is not really getting all that many bunkers here in the front, and his tank is a little bit slow. I think there was like about a 10-second or 15-second gap where he didn't start the tank, even though the factory and the machine shop were both finished. But he's finishing up both, perhaps just in time. But look at this. He's got the shuttle, he's got the double reaver, he's adding on a lot of gateways there as well. And he's starting to ramp up his offensive capability, because now we can start pushing in through the front here. Scarab chases the Marines, a couple of Marines go down, tank there in the back, sieges up. He's gonna go for the bunker, he's gonna pick up both Reavers, kills the bunker. That's really, really great. Zealot lags are on the way, he's making more Zealots. He's not making any more Dragoons, he's simply adding on Reavers now with the gas and shuttles as well. He's going for the 3 Reaver attack. Dragoons now going in, he sees his chance to attack and strike. Walks in, gets a shot off on the tank, gets a shot off on the Marines there as well, kills a couple more Marines, and now Dragoons are moving forward as well. The Reavers are doing a lot of work there, he's protecting the Reavers by picking them up. The Reaver shuttle almost goes down to the turret there in the back, but he's managed to clear out most of the units. There's no new tank there in the mix just yet, because it's still on the way. The tank there has finished up, is being pulled from the back to the front, because he was expecting a drop, but no drop came in. Instead, it was a frontal attack with the Reavers, and the Reavers are tearing through the entire frontal mass here. And now he has 2 tanks there in the back that he's gonna have to focus on. But just in time, Zealots are coming in, and Zealot lags are about to finish at the same time as well. And Barcode is managing to push through. He's getting a surround on all the Marines there, and now he's getting free shots on the tank there in the back with the Zealots. Reaver finishes it off as well, and we can go for the bunkers. More Reavers are coming in, because he's got another Reaver there inside that shuttle. More Zealots are streaming in from this base. He's playing this so extremely damn well, and Voss is being pushed back into his base. He's losing his units so quickly, he's not even managing to keep up with the offense from Barcode M. And Voss, JH, seems to have miscalculated or simply been outplayed to such a degree that he couldn't hold it, because he is being overwhelmed. And I don't see any way of him making it out alive. He tries to siege up the tank to get a shot off on the Reaver there in the back, but it doesn't work. Got a couple Marines there in the back now, though those Marines will not be enough to fight against this mass coming in from Barcode M. Zealot's now getting on top of the Marines there in the back. Looks like JH is done for. Although he does pull his Zealots back first, because he knows he can't fight against those Marines and tank there in the back with the Zealots that he had. So he's just waiting for more units to come in. He's got 2 Reavers now coming into the mix. Reavers being dropped on the low ground. He's going in. He's going to kill the Marines there on the low ground. They're trying to get shots off on the Zealots. And another shot comes up on the tank there in the back. And that is the GG, I'm sure. Because even though he's got the bunkers there in the back, there's nothing here that can fight against those 3 Reavers. And even if Marines do spawn, even if this tank does spawn, the Dragoons and the Zealots are gonna take it down so damn quick. But this is pretty much one of the biggest outplays I've seen of my life, because Barcode and Barcode played this one perfectly, and Voss made almost no mistakes whatsoever. He played this amazingly well. Barcode and Barcode showing the diversity of Protoss and what you can do with it. Like, this is basically running Voss over with a truck, and there's nothing he could have done to prevent this from happening. Nothing he could have done. This was just a huge, massive display of power, of how strong can Protoss be. If you think a little bit outside of the box, because this is a very unorthodox strategy that we have actually never seen before. This is, I think, the first time we've seen this specific strategy pulled off like this, in this specific manner. on a +1, well, on a 0 nexus, like a single nexus. There's no +1 nexus, no +2 nexus. It's all done on a single nexus. It's basically an all-in strategy where you aim to overpower the Terran while they are still on a very high marine count or very reliant on marines. And you go for reavers which counter the marines, and the dragoons counter the marines as well. I think this is an absolutely amazing build order. I've been praising it for the last 2 minutes. So I'm going to cut it short here, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope that one of the viewers is capable of pulling off this build, because I simply can't do it. The multitasking is just too great. I can't do it.